with these girls. Not anytime soon.
Oh, look, it's an ad.
Is it a good ad or a bad ad?
Warzone.
Eh, it's an ad.
Yeah. Looks like some sort of battle royale thing. Modern,
Yeah, kind of.
modern military fantasy.
Meh.
Yeah. I hope you like looking through glass sights.
For the people who like that kind of thing, this is the kind of thing they like.
Possibly. Well,
Hello,
we seem to be
everybody.
live. And hello. It is good to see you all. And yeah, we're losing the moon.
Bye bye,
Switch over
moon.
to me. Switch over to me so they can get a screen full of Chocobo Button Moon.
There.
But yes, Eorzea does have a moon, even after they took one out of the sky, and you can see it sinking over the ridgeline there.
Night, night, moon.
And as you might be able to tell, we are not doing our usual thing of starting off at the bar.
Huh.
What's Baron saying?
Baron's saying he's not getting any audio?
Yeah. Did you not enable my audio? Or are they not hearing me? Or at least
Are
my desktop?
people not hearing Rindus? I'm showing your NDI source going out properly. In fact, it's spiking a little, so I'm having to take it down a bit.
Maybe it's the desktop audio that's missing.
Testing. Okay.
Do you hear any in-game music or anything?
No. Let me get up and double check him. If you want, you can go ahead and start your quest since we're focusing on your monitor at the moment.
Yes. And as I was starting to say, we're not doing our usual thing, starting in the bar. As you might remember, here talking music, etc. Very good. Thank you for that checkup, Base Tigress. We left last week about halfway through my Thaumaturge 25 quest, and the next thing was to go to Thal's Respite, which is a little hole-in-the-wall holy place, and this is the wall that it's the hole in. And there goes someone else who's got a quest around here. So we have journeyed to, which zone is this? Yeah, Eastern Thanalan. We're a bit past Drybone. We've been there recently, of course. And going in. As you can see, it's a bit of a holy place for Thal, which is, the main deity for Ul'dah. And here's all the Black Mage leaders, who of course are worried about their little brother, who's been taken over. I always thought that the Trial of the Hidden Chapter was to avoid taking the Trial of the Hidden Chapter. Yeah. Ladonia, why are you talking to me? You should... Oh, the trial has yet to begin. Of course, I knew that. Do you truly intend to undertake this torturous test? Are you not terrified? I am not. There's still time to flee, That's what I would do. Yeah, Lalafels. Problems can best be solved by running away, begging, or paying off the other guy. Yay, audio fixed. I regret having to drag you into our family's troubles, but I am confident that, with the many and terrible trials you have bested already, you will prevail once more. The Hidden Chapter of the Yawning Abyss presents a trial that challenges the accumulated knowledge and skills of a single thaumaturge. You must employ all the tools at your disposal if you hope to seize victory this day. Boy, I hope I remember what all the tools I have at this level are.
You'll be fine.
Only if I remember to actually use things like sleep. Let the trial commence!
Dun dun dun.
Okay. There's no escape from this abyss. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's... Oh, that went well. That it? No, it's never it.
Go, go, Ladonia!
Switching
One
mana.
down.
Oops. That was not
Go!
the way to do that.
I've done that. I've done that way too often.
I'm so used to the advanced version of switching Vulpixes. None of this transpose stuff. Okay, let's get my mana up. Get your breath while you can. The next threat is at hand. I bet it is.
Just the one. So far.
I got silenced. Oh! Killed by the thunder while I was silenced.
That's a good problem to have.
Okay, this is getting a little much. Oh boy. Are you kidding me? I need thunder too. Just in case.
Don't forget you have a fire AoE.
Yeah, this is probably a good use for it. Oh yeah.
Feel better now.
Almost. Now I feel better. And don't use fire too much. Well, hello there. Aren't you ugly? Oh, you're trying to sucker me in with the whole healer adjust thing, aren't you? Ha! I know there's no healer here to adjust. Really? Go.
You totally got this ugly mug.
Yeah, it's just a little bit slow.
Well, you are trying to swat a pretty big gnat there.
Yes! And I wish I could do it faster. I am tired of, sick and tired, especially sick, of looking at him.
Good job.
Yeah. I'm a little unused to the transpose method of doing things, but I still remember this. I can't not stop shaking, but I think this may actually be excitement. Do you see now, my brothers? With the primal energies of thaumaturgy at your command, there is no threat which you cannot overcome. Perhaps there is a chance to save Kokobusi. I need to reconsider some of my strategies. Like throwing Gil at them? It seems we've been wasting our potential. I would never have believed it possible for a mage to show such courage and live. What a wonder Ladonia was. I feel my fingers itching to fling fire with a fury. Imagine, my siblings, what towering enemies you might topple should you stand firm together. Thank you, Ladonia. Your inspiring display of magecraft has set the minds of my brothers reeling with new possibilities. Let us now return to the guild and discuss what is to come.
Woo?
Woo. Yep, they all left.
They abandoned you?
Yeah. Won't even pay for the taxi home.
That's okay. We're still got Eorzea on loan.
Yeah. Yeah, the main challenging part was the big wave of... How many were in that wave?
Yeah.
Basically round 3.
At least 3, 6, 9...
Yeah.
Maybe 12?
Yeah,
depending
about
on
that.
how many of the wave you want to count. Because the first wave, or the wave previous kind of melded into the last wave.
Yeah, it did. Oh, hold on. I need to kill those furbles.
Oh, go kill a Furble. Do I need to kill a Furble? No. And no. I assume you've got that.
Maybe not.
Fine. Have a heal. Be that way.
Thank you. One-on-one, I think it'd go a little bit better, but of course, because we're purdied... Did you heal? You're healing!
Yes, they heal. Those buggers heal.
That's not fair. Okay, and that's 1 of 4. Heal yourself up and we'll do the next pair. I'm looking for one that's an actual pair that doesn't go off into something else. Not looking good.
There's more on the other side of the street.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be a pair. Oh yeah, that. There we go. One mated pair. Yeah, the trial was easier than this.
Funny how that worked.
There. Now we can go.
Just don't burn my hair with those orbs, okay?
Fine, I'll put them away.
Oh, it was hilarious last night. I was on Kyoto.
Ah, yes, good old Guido.
Yes. And he had his fat cat mount out. Fatter cat.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of his black mage mount. It is a void scent after all.
Ooh, dear.
So he's sitting out in the middle of the Eorzea, and I AFK slightly to go get myself some water, and I come back, and this person suddenly flies up, drops in front of me, and just kind of looks at me, looks at the mount, and then in open world chat is like, "What is that? Is that like sentient mochi?" And my only reply is, "It'd be tasty if it was."
Ooh.
So they actually asked me where I got it, and I was like, "It's a Mog Station purchase." And they're like, "Boo!" But I went and screen capped the conversation because it was silly.
Yes.
Hers feels better already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will totally be nice when we finally get our chocobos to come fight with us.
Yeah.
I
would
still
not
find
had
it
that
am-
problem with Marshmallow helping.
Mm-hmm. I still find it interesting that they refer to the tab as companions, plural, but you can only have one, which is your chocobo.
Yeah. Boo hiss.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were setting up for something and decided to take a different route with it, or what.
And there is the city of Volda. They do a good job with the distance effects.
That should be a better view of it.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
it's on mine at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Durr. I knew that. I should probably stop by an armor and get a shield for this. Because I've got a main hand wand and no offhand.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stabs at this level.
And of course, once you leave a Realm Reborn content, wands
Pretty much
just
all stabs.
yeah, wands disappear completely and utterly as a mechanic.
One of the things I have noticed is the fact that they don't really care for the offhand weapon bit.
Which is weird because they looked like they were originally going to really go for it and then they kind of backed off.
And I have to admit, I'm always a little bit surprised that, rogues with the double daggers just use a single pair of daggers instead of having a main hand and an offhand dagger.
Yeah, and you had that, and then the few times you actually see pistoliers, which was an actual class, not a job, that you see occasionally throughout the game, but the class never became available, and they were pistol in one hand, one-handed axe in the other.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
So,
Yeah. What a formidable team you shall make. Kokubaigo, Kokubani, Kokubesi, Kokuboha, Ladonia. Even Mormo must wither before the onslaught of your combined thaumaturgy. But before we engage the Void Scent, perhaps some time is needed for my brothers to unlearn their ingrained inclinations. Meanwhile, I suggest you hurl yourself into the chasm of your studies. Your fearless thaumaturgy is a beacon to us all. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 17 versus 21 as an item level.
Yeah. Interesting
Though
thing is
that-
the defense is the same and the magic defense is down. I think that's part
Yeah.
of because the old one's a green. And
Possibly.
at least it's something I can wear, unlike these other things, which are 26s.
Or you could just go for your choice.
Here we go. That would be more like it. I need new glasses.
Ah.
My prescription was getting a bit old.
Well, let's hit the Sapphire Exchange real quick so I can pick up a shield. And
Okay.
then it's back on to MSQ.
Remember you doing it, but I just wanted to double check.
I believe so.
I'll switch to...
I don't show anything under Gladiator.
Okay,
And-
yep, you're ready to go then.
Oops, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Are you being a ditz again?
What's this again?
Okay.
I think the answer is still.
Well, it's not like they're celebrating us for our smarts. Just ask Eric.
I will say right now with Gyodo, my alt, well, my other alts that I tend to play late night. I'm debating on whether I want to spend the time to get a crafting up enough that he can do the Namazu Beast Tribe.
Oh dear.
One, to get the Namazu head,
Of course.
and two, to get the Namazu festival mount.
Yeah, well, there is something to be said for that.
Because he is everything Doman. And the Numazu are very much part of Doman culture in the game.
Yeah.
And I think it would be hilarious occasionally for him to run around with a giant Namazu head. After all, his name is Gyodo.
Something like that.
And all Numazu's names start with G.
Right. Right. Okay. That's where you're going with that.
Well, there's an NPC Numazu by the name of Gyodo,
Also true.
which I've confused several people on already, and I did not know that when I chose his name.
Yes.
Okay, I am 25. Oh, he just has armor. I need weapons. Apothecary. Weapons on the other
Might be.
Laser,
I use
Arms
these
merchant.
merchants. I use these merchants so rarely.
I know, but it's nice that they're
That's
here
sad.
when you need them.
Okay, everything's in good shape.
Okay, that's actually not a bad shield.
Is it a good shield for your hair?
It's still shield hair, but it's less shield hair than the Scutum. This is actually kind of believable shield hair.
Yeah, actually.
Take a look.
Yeah, that's better.
And the
Okay,
crest on
I've
it's
done
kind of
some-
neat. I don't remember that one. But again, it's been so long since I've been this slow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Lead
where
on,
do we need
McDuff.
to go? We need to go all the way back to Tataru.
Yes. Pleasant day on the seashore.
Actually, what level is this shield? This shield is 25. My current shield is 23. Dang it! Well, so actually, I come over here. I don't see. What are you upping? Oh, I could do that. Yeah, let's glam this shield to that shield. It isn't as pretty, but it doesn't look as painful on my hair.
And we are off.
Yes, I'm being silly.
No, you're not.
Remember, glamour is the true end game.
Yes.
Wait, no one's cut it. There, that looks better. Those pants were not working with these boots.
So, while we travel cross country, just wondering, have we missed a week in the Bun Bun Adventures yet?
As in, we haven't done one, or?
Right.
Not for a while.
And I'm just trying to remember if we have at all, really.
I think we did really early on, simply because I got. It was back when my throat was having real problems and swelled up so
Yeah,
bad.
so we've probably missed one or two. Because this is episode 42. Assume we've missed like 2 weeks. That basically puts us like 2 months off of the 1-year anniversary of starting this.
Wow, really?
52 weeks in a year.
Oh dear. And we're only at level 25. Yeah, we're slow levelers. It's true.
Yeah. Well, it's all story stuff, and we are juggling 3 different classes. I mean, if you count everything, that's, 75 levels. That's almost in-game.
And they keep saying that following the MSQ is the fastest way to level in this game.
Well, not if you're going to read all the text.
Well, this is true. We read all the text. We do more than read all the text. I didn't say we were good at it. I just said we did it. Pardon me, Tataru. Bird coming through.
Yeah. That was kind of impolite.
Sorry.
Look at what it did to the carpet with the claws.
Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Rena Ladonia. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the cellar. Please enter at your leisure.
are so not touching that. Am I given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been I am given to understand, sorry, yeah. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved.
I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence that we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord Eleven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future.
Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me.
How fares the investigation?
Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still.
I see. I've been meaning to ask. But is Eorzea quite well? I feel as if I've scarcely seen her in recent days.
Oh, you haven't. And nor have I, alas. Eorzea has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that her destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldesion report will serve you well.
I can take it. We can proceed as discussed.
Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. Gotta love the automatic doors.
Mm-hmm. It's good to see you two again, Rena, Ladonia.
Yeah, where did you go?
Just off camera? I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you've done the Scions proud.
With that, we can strike Ramu from the list.
Who's next? The Sahagin? Leviathan?
The Lord of the Whirl has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals needed to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least.
For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent.
It is as Eustola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when the next A-Primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows.
Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it.
Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with...
Gridania! Wait, I mean Garuda! It was the primal the Ixil who live near Gridania. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Your Freudian slip is showing.
So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more effective way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have waited for more practical solution.
He's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief?
But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it.
Yeah, the gunny sack does him no favors.
No, it doesn't. And actually, that's not the main gunny sack. The main gunny sack is actually later in the game, which is worse.
Yeah, well.
Is there something else, Rena, Ladonia? Beg pardon? A man named La Brea, sporting a red mask and robe black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off the veil of their secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in the primal hostility and investigate this La Brea. Learn all we can from him and his designs. I dread to... Huh? Taru!
Hello, fella in distress.
A sylph in Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one Rena and walking one Ladonia. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Norexia. Well, Thancred, don't you look mopey?
Indeed.
Thancred?
We have an emo Thancred. Ah, Rena, Ladonia. Pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed.
Okay, if you say so. You look kind of blue to me. And when I say blue, I don't mean blue mage.
Downstairs?
Bremont?
Yeah. Excuse me, lass. This might sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fella who looks exactly like me? I'm looking for my twin brothers, see? And I heard they might have come through here. Yeah, they could be dead for all I know. At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now.
No, I think you'll bump into them sooner or later. Just hang out here for a while. Clive.
Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldessian. You may address me as Clive. Is there some reason you're still here? Please, carry on. I'm not here to see you.
Oh, gee, thanks. Love you too.
Yeah. Soul of
Okay.
hospitality.
The three arguing guys in the back. Though the songs are starting to fill out nicely.
Yep.
Wedge?
People in masks cannot be trusted? The pigs and I wear masks all the time when welding.
Thank you, Wedge. Diggs?
if only Master Garland were still with us. He was a brilliant man, full of life and purpose. Kind and generous, he taught us everything we know about engineering. Though, believe me, he could also be a very hard person to please. He would force us to completely rebuild devices if even a single flaw was discovered. You can only imagine what he'd say if he saw the tiny Bronco.
Just so folks know, Sid was a major NPC in the original 1.0 of the game.
That would make sense.
Orange?
Knowest thou of the import of the broken staff within the Solar? It fell from the grasp of Archon Louisoix, the man who, in his abiding love for all Eorzeans, shielded us from the storm of the calamity. The stars wheel across the heavens, and the skies brighten once more. The survivors gather and ignite a fiery dawn to burn away the glowering shroud. Ah, but destiny, thou art beautiful.
Una teu? I'm starting to wonder if it's worth the hassle to prove who he was. I mean,
Who he was.
maybe some folks would say, good on ye, mate. Thanks for fighting to save Eorzea and whatnot. But I reckon most would ask what we've done for him lately, if not spit in our faces for allowing Bahamut to blow up half the goddamn world.
Yeah, well.
In fact, we have
Yeah, well,
Levine.
something like that. Darn French.
Yeah. In recent days, I've resumed my training. Idle hands make for idle minds, and painful memories are all too quick to resurface. Hare Bill?
There are two types of Alamegans. Fools who wish to fight back but know not how, and cowards who have chosen to run from their worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me? I'm the latter, or couldn't you tell?
And the man he was talking about was Ernvald.
Mm-hmm.
Arnvald.
I'm to meet with the antecedents soon to discuss a matter of great import. Abba thinks it's about my first official mission. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but still. And
Abba here?
Abba? Masked man? I vaguely recall someone, Malja ranting about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind.
Noraxia. Walking ones from Ulta have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when they see this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest.
Well, it's a heck of a face.
Comfort our poor soul. Papalymo?
Look, Noraxia, I realize that this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in the Ulda whereby... Please, just trust me and stay out of sight.
That's right. Ulda does not allow Beast Tribe within the city walls.
Right.
However, there's a loophole to that.
Oh dear.
Basically, the way it's worded is they don't allow a Malja within city walls.
Well, that would make sense. They have more than enough trouble with them.
Ida? Noraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously. I just know it.
Right then.
And last but not least, Ishtola over in the corner.
Yeah, for once, she's the one with her head buried in a book.
As you have doubtless witnessed in your travels, the land of Eorzea is grasping under the pall of suffocating darkness. I must wonder if this is the darkness that invites disaster, or simply disaster has left such a gloom in its wake. One thing's for certain, now is not the time to relax our vigilance. And back to the solar.
And I have to say, it's... At this point, it's a little bit odd to see all these crates and other supplies in here. It's not what I've gotten used to.
Yeah. But it means they're expecting to fill out more of their ranks, and that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
After all, everything can't be on our shoulders alone.
Let's hope not.
We're just a pair of scummy, low-level adventurers. I mean, we're not even 30 yet. We don't even have jobs. We haven't even moved out of our mother's basement.
Nope.
Are you ready for Minfilia?
Yep. You know, you can look over to the right and tell.
No, I can't, because I'm streaming it out.
Fine.
Yes, Totaro has ready to express her fright as she is... Yes, Totaro is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged from the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continuing to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite. Rena, Ladonia, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet the darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Asians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Ding!
Oh, not quite for me, but close. And of course, new achievement, Back from the Wood.
And
so that's
I've
effectively a
got
bit of
Rage
a
of
chapter
Alone.
break.
I finally got Rage of Alone. Woohoo! I have a full rotation.
Wow, your audio's really bad.
My audio's having issues?
Everything was just there for just popping in.
That is weird. Okay, I've taken the gain down just a little. Let's see if that helps. Say something, Ladonia.
Something, something, something. Something some more. Something a little less.
He's really.
And it wasn't doing it before.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, don't know.
Nothing seems to work right tonight.
The Discord connection is looking good.
Yeah, I'm showing green on my stream out. It was red earlier on, but it didn't seem to cause too much of a problem. Anyway, continuing on.
Yes, Shadow of Darkness, still level 24. So we're still slightly in advance of that. Minfilia would have you investigate the mysterious La Brea. There's a name we won't be seeing the end of for a while.
I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary, Ladonia, Rena. We must delve further into the motives of the masked man, the Asian known as La Brea. This is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound dealing with other primal. At the present, we know little or less about the Asians, only that the destruction follows in their wakes. I should not be surprised if these beginnings are... Why am I saying beginnings? Start over again.
Again.
From the top, with
Cut from the top.
I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fear proves to be reality, we must do all in Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have the information on potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with the Flame Commander Swift in the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How do you go about the investigation thereafter? I leave wholly to discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, you two.
Stoic nod.
Checking with Minfilia.
Mm-hmm.
To think that the Ascians have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain view. We must needs uncover the dark designs, and we might take measures against them. I'm relying on you two. It's nice to be needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anyone has changed, so let's head on out.
Shouldn't really.
Checking with Tataru. Good evening, Rena and Ladunya. I trust your investigation is faring well.
No, we haven't even begun it yet.
Woohoo! Look at all those bangs. Bangs we can't take. Except for one which we're rightly ignoring.
Yeah. Let's not take that quest. 'Tis a silly place.
What's my frame rate doing at the moment?
Looks good here.
Okay, it's saying 67.
Okay.
I'm just feeling a little chunky in some of the frames. Not sure why.
Right.
Restarting your machine gear, see if that helps.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, somebody has sells a fancy mount. There's another one.
Okay, we need to speak to the Hall of Flames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is basically where we'd be going to hang out if we'd actually picked the Ul'dah Grand Company.
But we didn't. We're pirates.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Swift.
The Masked Man. Ah, you've come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about Western Sanaland. A brass blade stationed at High Bridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kurgan. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, High Bridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it.
Well, I guess we're off to High Bridge, where all those gold bangs were.
Yes. I sense side quests in our future.
You think?
And probably a fate chain. We might as well go through that fate chain if we can. Because it will try to go through us.
Which fate chain is this?
The Kurgan attack, followed by the Malja
yes.
camp.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a fun one. Though they did get rid of part of that particular. I'll go ahead and take a porter to Tribone. When we first started the game, they had real problems because if you failed part of the fate chain, High Bridge goes out.
Ah, yeah, they did.
And people were complaining that there was no way on foot to get from Thanalan to Shroud.
Yeah.
If that bridge went out. So they got rid of the fact that the bridge goes out. They also got rid of the one chain that would take out the bridge in Costa del Sol. There's a bridge there. It's now patched. But originally there was this quest that you had to patch it before you could get to the other side.
Nice. Don't remember that one.
So they've kind of tweaked some of the quests, and of course 5.3 will majorly tweak the MSQ quest.
And hopefully it won't be too much of a discontinuity for us.
Yeah, well, mostly what they're doing is getting rid of a lot of the quests that are like, go here, pick this up, bring it back. Go here, pick this up, bring it back. Which was needed. Because it'll actually I think they said it'll remove like 30% of the questing.
Wow.
Which is just effectively just FedEx quests. And most of them are actually in AAR Plus.
Oh, okay.
Which a lot of people...
Yeah, cutting that down a bit would be good. That kind of got a little overlong.
Yeah, that got overlong, and a lot of people tend to drop the game at that point because even though the story is slowly progressing, it feels like a whole bunch of busy work.
Yeah.
And people want to go
there's some really good story in there, but yeah, it did take a little bit more hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, that's also the entire chunk of story where you really start finding out about the Asians.
Oh, one of the other things that was pointed out in a live letter. And it'd be nice.
Here is Drybone, living up to its name yet again.
Yeah. Drybone is almost never dry. Except when you're fishing and you need it raining buckets. Then it's dry.
Well, it has two modes. Very, very dry and very, very wet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you were saying about the live letter.
It was a while back, but they were contemplating 8-person mounts. And I'm like,
wow.
Please let that be a Chocobo stagecoach. They've already got the model in game.
Yeah,
they just need to figure out the programming for it. So let's do some side quests
Yeah.
since we're here. Helm Heart.
Hare Club for Hare. Helmhart of Highbridge could use an adventurer's assistance with a hair-raising problem. You! Yes, you, adventurer! I need you to fetch 3 bottles of verbal blood and do so with all haste. Where to find verbal blood, you ask? Why, from Furbles, of course! Now hurry! This is a matter of life and death!
If you say so.
And over on the other side...
Which one first?
He's closer. Strawman Defense. The researcher Claudian could use an adventurer's assistance in dispatching some bothersome birds. Do not look down, Claudian. You must not, you will not, you cannot look... Ah! Well, my good woman, you frightened me half to death. But you must forgive me. I've been a bit restless of late. What with those winged nightmares swooping in from every direction, pecking and poking and pricking at me. Might as well pack up my instruments and go home, as I won't be getting an ounce of research done. If, however, a kind adventurer like yourself were to use these scarecrows to drive the birds away, it would be another story. What do you say?
And
say
that
yes.
is an impressive statue.
Yeah, wow.
Actually, the entire complex over there is pretty impressive. Of course, it's hard to see in this light.
Yes. Well, it is 1 in the morning.
Go Shoe?
Buzz off, birds. I'm sensing a theme. The researcher Gugushu could use an adventurer's assistance in dispatching some bothersome buzzards. We have been dispatched by the order of Naldthal to conduct a thorough investigation of these ruins. We've only begun to scratch the surface, yet it is already clear that they house countless untold secrets from the age of Baladia. Secrets which will remain hidden forever if something is not done about those accursed buzzards. Ever since they began nesting across the chasm, we have spent more hours wiping their droppings off our tomes than doing research of any sort. I ask you not to eradicate the entire species. The buzzard is a clever bird. Slay 4 or so, and I suspect the rest of the flock will find somewhere else to roost. Break them.
Someone's on the Black Mage quest. There's some tin. Yeah, I'm not exactly enthused with DA. Right now, it's really hard to clear out my inbox with any great speed. It's at the point where I just kind of select things and dump them without actually looking at them, and that's kind of not the point of an ARC site.
So one would think.
Here's the first destination. And we'll put a scarecrow here.
Handmade scarecrow, used to frighten cloudkin away from farms and gardens. Despite the name, it has little effect on crows.
That's because crows are smarter than that.
I have to say the model for the scarecrows is kind of neat.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't in the middle of the garden housing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy to forget how much is down here because, of course, you almost never visit any of this.
Yeah.
It's like this quest and yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much this quest.
Why did they even build all of this out?
I don't know. I mean, this is like an airship dock here.
Yeah.
And
the
they
other
do
one.
talk about bringing airships in. But you never see it.
Yeah, I just don't see it. So yeah, take a good look, everyone, as we go by, because this is the last time you'll see the underside of High Bridge.
Yeah, pretty much. Time to go kill us some birdies. Chevy, Chevy.
You okay there?
Yeah, I was just having some food. Help my level
Okay.
a little.
Yeah, same here.
Help with that bumblebee.
Maybe. He's going down okay, but it's taking a bit. Meow.
There. Oh, grass.
Woohoo! And now I have Thunder 2.
You bringing the thunder?
Maybe? My bar. Of course, it's nowhere near where I'm used to it being. Gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
There's all our purple blood.
Double check. Oh, okay, that is a staff. There we go. New staff.
Yay! And don't you have new glasses?
Those were 25. One of the reasons why I picked them.
Ah!
I could use them immediately.
You have them enabled? Like this?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Cool.
Told you I needed a new prescription. Do not look. Oh, you've seen to the birds, have you? Splendid work, friend. Now to head back down and return to my research. Worry not. I'll be along any moment now. Be on your way.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that.
Speaking of scholarly funds, Claudia needs to secure additional resources for his research. Greetings. Thanks to you, friend, my research has finally gotten off the ground. So many discoveries to be made and ancient wonders to be restored. And yet I have only these two hands with which to do my work. Your two hands and your acrophobia? If only I could convince the Order of the potential significance of my work, perhaps they would be willing to dispatch aid. I have here a report of my findings thus far. Might you be so kind as to deliver it to Kyokyozo at Thal's Respite?
In a bit.
It's not too far away.
Go shoe.
Free of savage peckings and buzzard droppings at last. I cannot thank you enough, friend. When I make my next historic discovery, you may take pride in knowing that you helped make it possible. What, I don't even get a footnote?
I'll take the Allegan 10 piece, thank you.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Money is good. Money makes things possible. Helm heart.
Yep. Well, have you brought the fervor blood I asked for? If so, hand it over, and quickly now.
Yep.
Fervor blood. The deep crimson lifeblood of a void-sent furball. Remarkably, one of the hirsute creatures contains less than a half score of drops.
Furbals are void scent?
Apparently.
Oh!
At long last, my friend, you're a godsend. Now, how did it go? Ah, yes. Stir twice, a dash of spittle, shake thrice more, and voila! Well, what are you waiting for, friend? Grab yourself a dollop and start spreading. My scalp cries out for succor. Oh, and do try not to miss a spot.
Oh dear. Furbal tonic.
Yeah. Furbal tonic. A potent potation containing the blood of a freshly slain furball, ground marimo, and several other grotesque ingredients that are best left unspoken.
Ew.
I'm not going to speak them.
No. Why are we doing this with our hands?
Ooh! Ah! Ah! My, that tingles. Why, I can already feel my pores opening. In no time at all, I'll have flowing locks of foam long. I can't thank you enough, friend. What with the sun beating down the way it does in these parts, a bald pate is a potentially fatal affliction. Yeah, well,
Thank you for the money,
Yeah.
I think. Do we want
Wanna check
to
up on-
go to False Rest Spot or check with Hihibaru?
Let's finish this quest, not necessarily take the next one. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer, where whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Yeah, let's go off and linger.
Urza's ready to be a messenger bird.
Mm-hmm.
Though this headwind is killing her. She's also wondering why the headwind goes both ways.
And back to where we started tonight from. And I see explosions ahead.
Yeah, there's someone beating up on axe beaks. At least they're not pelicans.
Keep poised. Hi, Kyokyozo.
Welcome, adventurer. May you find rest spot from your hardships.
Highbridge report. Data gathered on the ruins below Highbridge, intended for delivery to Sister Kyokyozo at Falls Respite.
You bring a report from Claudine of Highbridge? A most welcome surprise indeed. I was prepared to wait months before that young one made any significant progress. What's this? The ruins date back to the latter Baldessian era, and house the final resting place of Lalafuto IV himself? The historical implications of this research are beyond anything the Order has imagined. I must arrange for additional researchers and supplies to be sent at Highbridge immediately.
Oh, he'll be happy. And speaking of additional researchers, the perils of pilgrimage. Sister Kyokyozo of the Order of Nald Thal seeks an adventure to slay creatures who are scaring away potential pilgrims to Thal's Respite.
Adventurers, merchants, travelers, Thal's Respite is always open to those who seek a momentary reprieve from the hardships of the road. In the past, we welcomed countless multitudes through these doors. Sadly, the growing presence of hostile beast tribes and savage creatures now deter many from making the pilgrimage. Shame, is it not? Perhaps you could aid... Give me a sec. Perhaps you could come to our aid. The most fearsome of the local fauna is axbeaks. Were you to thin the flock, say, by 4 birds or so, I do believe the halls would be far more approachable.
Especially when you ask every adventurer in the zone to kill 4 of them, as we were seeing earlier.
Yep. Bringing in 2 here. Ignoring the fate.
Ignoring the fate?
Yes, I'm ignoring the fate.
Why are you ignoring your fate?
It is not my fate.
Do not choose your fate chooses you. That's pretty not taking care of things for the moment.
Okay, just need 2 more. Oh, go this way.
Well, ain't he aggressive?
They're both aggressive. Apparently they're wanting a hostage effort, but we ain't provide. Boo. Yeah, Urza wanted to come in out of the ring. Sorry. My adventuring friends, a traveling merchant and his family just walked through the doors not a moment ago. Each encountered is a blessing, and a blessing that would have not come to pass had those fearsome fowls continued to run rampage outside our halls. For this, I thank you.
Yeah, don't say.
I am going to check. Oh yeah, that belt's an upgrade. I'm taking it. Oh look, she has another class. Yeah, a
Gee.
level 15 to a level 25.
Oh my, yeah. Friendlier skies. Sister Kyokyozo seeks an adventure to deliver a missive to Highbridge.
I am
Just
loath.
down the road a minute.
Yeah, I know. I am loath to trouble you again, but you have proven yourself a friend to the Order. I have an urgent missive to be delivered to Hihibaru of Highbridge. Or, to be precise, a petition. The Order would entreat Highwind Skyways to establish regular flights between Highbridge and Dulda. Such flights would greatly ease the travels of pilgrimage to Thal's Respite, not to mention stimulate commerce in the area. It is for the latter reason that we believe Hihibaru and his fellow merchants would lend their support. Go now, and may the traders watch over your journey.
I hate to disappoint you, but there will never be any airship flights into Highbridge.
Not with the Garleans wanting to shoot airships out of the sky, no.
That too.
Well, that's their main excuse of why airship travel is very limited.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And while we're not exactly near a Garlene base, it wouldn't take much. And the fate that's usually always here is not happening.
Because it's stuck on the last part of the chain. If you look at the map, you'll see the breastplate is waiting.
Yeah, poo.
Yeah, I was just checking that.
Hibaro?
A message from Sister Kyokyozo? Whatever business could the Order have with a common trader like me? Signed petition. A petition to Highwind Skyways to open an airship route to Highbridge. Oh, I'll be. Petition for regular airship service between Highbridge and Ul'dah. Huh, the idea is so bloody brilliant, I'm right ashamed not to have had thought it up myself. Business would simply go through the roof. I'll add my signature and deliver it to Highwind Skyways straight away. Now, if only someone would deal with those bloody Kurgan, Highbridge would be a trader's paradise. And main story time?
Main story time.
Highbridge Times. Hikibaru wants to help you find La Habrea. Maybe. When the Order of Naldfall began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh-endless Beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a malm of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business! Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares? Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant? The masked man? I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants.
He means well. He's trying to help.
Are you sure?
Maybe not.
Multiloquent merchant, I think. Wow. I've heard tell of the Masked Devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but also around Thanalan, too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise.
The clock thickens.
Just a little.
And the sun comes out.
Mm-hmm. We're now in the other mode for Drybone. The dry mode. The really, really dry mode.
Absent-minded merchant?
On the trail of a masked man? I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's about all I can say, little though it is. A suspicious looking masked man. Got it.
How suspicious. And the impassive merchant.
Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't. Nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kurgan raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore.
Aww.
Yeah, and the fate that we've been talking about, that should be like right about here, is a Kurgan raid. Like 2 or 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, it's like 3 of them, and you kind of need more than 2 people to actually pull it off.
2 can do it if 1, they know what they're doing, and 2, they're a little over level. Which we're not.
Byron?
Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kurgan raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
And it is 10:57. Do you want to push on or head back to an inn?
Let's see, there's no... What's it here? I guess the Bar and Dry Bone?
Yep. Bar and Dry Bone. We'll get back to Hihibaru.
I'll give him a week to gather some rumors.
I like that idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So finished off the quest. Got our interview at the Waking Sands and a stalled investigation.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this investigation takes us all over the place, if I remember right.
Considering what we're after, it should. This is not something that can have an easy answer.
So, where's the want some of that fruit? Yeah, fruit.
Watch out, she might gulp down the tray along with it.
Oh, you know she would. All right, we actually got a fair bit done today.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we both gained a couple levels. And
Well,
you got
1 level each, I think.
You got your mage quest done.
Yep.
And we're farther along MSQ and have taken care of all the side quests over at High Bridge.
Yeah, about 5 of them in all, I think. Maybe 6.
Yep.
2 sets of 3, really.
Next week we'll be finishing off High Bridge, and I believe that will be our pointer to Little Alamigo. Following the mysterious masked man in the black robe.
In the glowing red mask.
Oh yeah. Can't forget the red mask.
No.
We've been seeing...
That one is a hard mask to forget.
Yeah. That one's going to be haunting us for a while.
Also true.
Thank you all very much for joining us. As a reminder, we will be back in Heaven on High to see if we can get past level 71. And then next Sunday at 9:30 Pacific, we will return to the Bun Buns and head off to Little Alamigo. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have really enjoyed. We love playing and talking with you.
Yeah, it's great to do this.
You have a great week, everyone. Stay safe. Be well.
Everyone have a good night and a good week.
Good night.